Man, shout out to the people. Shout out to the people. We live, man. I told you I was gonna be coming through, talking about some things. And this Trump issue, I definitely want to speak on. Hopefully y'all caught y'all while y'all not out and about. I've been definitely with my boy over at the Peel website. Definitely doing lives with him. Kush Kelly, we've been kind of like exposing a lot of things together. He let me come over there and expose some things I know that bro didn't know, and like I say, a lot of the let me get across. Let me get across, man. Damn. They want to run fucking lights like fucking goofy. Yeah, so just speaking on shit, my bad. The cock club just came through this bitch and just ran all the lights on Bruno when they could have stopped. But check this out though, man. A lot of things we've been speaking about as far as how this election should go. We got a lot of different shit going on in Chicago, a lot of different point of views and a lot of lies that's been told out here. So, I just want to go ahead and tell y'all some of the things that I know for sure about what did Trump do for colored people. Now, I would like to talk to most people about how things is running. The sun makes everything live. So we're all living under the sun long as the sun come up and return on an everyday basis. But the way that things are set up is that without money, we're not living in this world that is here under the sun. Everything is set up with money. So we're dealing with the Republicans and we're dealing with the Democrats, which are two when it comes to politics, we know they're two wings of the same bird. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing that runs the bird and drives the bird, which would be the middle, the torso, the head and everything, it's money. You understand what I'm saying? But why is our people, you know what I'm saying, we don't have no money? We're not being able to rebuild anything or keep things built from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? From the things that we built already, we're not being allowed this access to all of this money. So we're living under the sun and we're living people and we're living the righteous way, but we're dying when it comes to growing a seed here in America and growing, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people talk about, what is Trump doing and what did he do for colored folks? So I just wanted to point a few of them things out when we come to talking about that, because like he said, I've done the most for quote unquote black people in America than any other president. Now, I'm not sure how all the presidents done, you know what I'm saying? Speaking on just the things that he's done through my era, is a lot of different things he's done. And he should be commended, like, as the person he is for what he's done, because he didn't have to do. A lot of people talk about the First Step Act, and we talk about what Trump has done as far as with the First Step Act, and all we do is we know of the First Step Act, and that's about it. But we don't speak about ready to work, and that was one of the most important things in the putting our people back in the game. And I don't think people understood how important the First Step Act was and the ready to work. You know what I'm saying? The ready to work was put together so that President Trump launched ready to work, and it was put together so that when these felons get out of prison, when these felons, and shout out brother, when these felons get out of prison, they're able to go back to work and not just work for meat packaging companies and bullshit ass, working at Walmart and places like, Wendy's and things like that. No, he putting them able to where they able to swing a hammer again, and where we can't deny them work in certain fields, you know what I'm saying, due to felony, because we all have been and have family that are struck by that, and they continue to feed the streets and the jail systems once they get out of jail because they felons and they go back to jail. So this ready to work thing was one of the main things that I talk about. I'm not going to even touch yet on the college information that I have and everything that he did in the colleges and the economic growth in the color community and all the funding that he got together and gave out. And I think people really need to do extensive research when we asking ourselves, what has Trump done? Because Trump has done a lot of things to let us grow again. And I don't mean just under the sun. Like I said, we are sun people, and the sun's definitely going to grow everything. But in this matrix of a world that is set up, you're nothing without money. People under the Democratic Party is having access to money, programs and things to grow them on this earth that is set up by money. They have things to grow them as a people in America. They have been offered certain businesses, certain opportunities. As we can see now, all of our money is being given to these Venezuelans and other people that is coming in. And these things are setting up them as a people in America. You know, I tell people all the time, the Ukrainians have brought out most of the cable industry. A lot of them is in trucking. The Russians are in trucking. The Africans are in IT work. They're going on to buy gas stations and stores around around America, just like the Arabs. Everything that we own is being brought out, and it's helping the economic growth of other people. And I just don't understand how to explain that, you know, any righteous, because we sitting here yelling for Kamala Harris, but they're really trying to block us as colored people for coming back. Like, you know, we have these things that even the platinum plan that Trump is offering. He's offering us money. He's offering us growth. And there's motherfuckers that want to stand in between that and see our downfall. There has been no platinum plan offered by the Democrat Party to help to create jobs for colored people. Trump didn't say, I'm creating jobs for other people. I'm creating jobs for colored folks. I'm creating jobs, I'm creating businesses, I'm creating economical growth. That what we need to do is latch on to that to come back as a people. We need to take that to be able to come back as a people to society. We have totally locked down and left society at our own pace due to the struggles and the tribulations that we are dealing with under these political parties. And it's not just the Democrats, it's some Republicans too. But as we see, Trump has a problem with some Republicans too, and telling you that they have more of a liberal mindset. So he's letting you know on both sides of the boards, they've been fucking y'all. You understand what I'm saying? They've been fucking y'all, and they've been fucking y'all long and good, and I'm trying to come and I'm trying to make a way for you. But you're not gonna like me, because the news gonna tell you, hey, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Black HBCUs are behind criticizing everything Trump done. But let's talk about what Trump has done for black HBCUs. Let's go into and I hate using the term black, because I'm one of few of many that know who we are and know that we are American. We have been here, you know what I'm saying? We have built this country because it was ours, and other things that happen, but that's neither here or there right now in this topic. Y'all know we hit on that shit all the time. But I wanted to jump into this historically black colleges, and I wanted to get into what all Trump did, because all you hear is, oh, he gave money to black colleges, and then you get a lot of people saying, oh, you're lying, he didn't give any money to black colleges. And I just want to call out some of these things, because these are bulletins that I have taken of what Trump has done. So I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm gonna read off some of this shit, and I'm gonna entitle you to look it up and go see for yourself. But this shit is amazing when it comes to our people. President Trump restored funding and increased investments for historically black colleges and university, HBCUs. Now, I'm not a lover of the HBCUs, because I understand that they have some type of there's some type of agreements with the Democrats, and they have some type of like agreements or contract with the Democrats, they feel like, because, you know, these kids are told to go against anything that is great for us. And in these cities, most of where they are, they're the ones running it, and they leaving their people to eat up the bird seeds off the ground and still become victimized, knowing that they better off and they're a little more smarter and educated on what's going on. They say, fuck us. But Trump know that this is one of the things that we do as we go to college. So the Trump administration provided more than $500 million in loans to HBCUs through the capital financing program. If you don't know who the capital financing program is, you need to look it up. You need to see right now that has pummeled and failed. Like right now, News Weekly covered it. Everybody covered the way that everything went down while Biden is in office. So this has went from 500 million or almost $1 billion in funding to $2 million to each college since Joe Biden has been in office. Again, trying to pummel color folks from getting on and doing what they need to do in this society. President Trump worked with HBCUs to protect 80 million in Title III carryover funding. If you don't know what this is, you need to look this up. You need to really get in all these loans that we get to go to college. We study like we're old. In the biggest group of people that are old colleges are color folks. That's why they don't want to erase the debt. They don't want things even. We don't go to college for free, and our families definitely don't have fucking trust funds. Definitely, like when they go burying us, they don't have money to bury us. So he making this, he giving money to these black HBCUs because 9 times out of 10, that's what we run into. You understand what I'm saying? And he's making sure that you get that college education damn near for free. Because I'm going to get them money, and then I'm going to get erase debt, and I'm going to protect 80 million in Title III carryover funding. President Trump signed the Future Act. Now, the Future Act is very important because, and this thing's got to be broken down to you because I hear a lot of people talking that coon shit, and they don't know what the fuck going on. And then they like to call me a coon or whoever a coon that speaks out. Now, when it's talking about President Trump signed the Future Act is very important. As you know, color folks come from off them colleges every fucking week. They come off them colleges. Every fucking election time, we gotta go and we gotta beg. We gotta ask Obama. We gotta ask everybody. Hey, can the black historical colleges? I hate using the term black. We are Americans, but I'm gonna use it now. Quote unquote black historical colleges. Can we get money? Can we get funding this year? Normally they say yeah, but they keep bird feeding us. Trump said no. I'm going to sign the Future Act so y'all don't have to run down there and keep on fucking begging these motherfuckers for money. I said, I don't give a fuck if I'm in office, who in office. You just keep every motherfucking year, every 4 years when a new president is made, goddamn it, is already signed into play to give y'all some money. That was cold in a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what you say. This ain't a person that don't like color folks. This don't sound like it to me. Now, it says in the Future Act into law, which permanently funds HBCUs and simplifies the FAFSA application. We all fill out for FAFSA. We all went and we filled out for college. That motherfucker application, longer than the motherfucker they ask you about your grandma and your uncle and all type of shit to get this funding from the motherfucking government. He didn't took it upon himself to say, you know what, that's a long ass application. That's kind of some they making them jump through loops to get faster. That's fucked up. No, we're gonna simplify this shit so that they'll be able to sign this shit, sign the dotted line, get your ass in school. That's real fucking shit. He's making it easy for you to get the funding to go to college. In 2018, President Trump signed a budget deal which forgave more than 300 million fucking dollars in debt owed by 4 HBCUs impacted by the natural disaster and provided 10 million in loan payments, deterrents for schools that faces financial difficulties, including HBCUs. So motherfuckers out here owing money. You know, natural disasters happen. So, you know, shit falling apart, the winds, the tornadoes, the floods, it's tearing up these schools. They got to go to the government and get funding, and they owe that funding back. Trump like, you know what? They ain't owing that shit back. We're going to erase their debt, man. They've been educating kids and educating American kids. That's not cool, man. They back there 300 million. And I really think that the HBCUs could kiss my ass the way the black HBCUs are acting towards Trump and training this black theory and all of this motherfucking domestic terrorist bullshit. We were slave shit and trying to pin this against a white and make it a colored and a white thing. I don't like that shit. And most of that shit spills out of these HBCUs. Black Lives Matter, this is the places that they operate in these colleges and shit. So fuck them. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, that he didn't erase 300 million in debt owed by 4 HBCUs that was, you know, affected by natural disasters and money that they owe. So now we want to go to another one. This is one of the real ones that I think is like, I understand this because at one point in time in my life, or, you know, my brother, he went to school. I tried the school thing. It really didn't work for me, this college shit. But I understand what he did right here when President Trump worked with Congress to lift the ban on Pell Grants on summer classes. Like that, just take a look at this. During the summertime, and you got to go to summer school because you've been fucking up all year. Your kids go to these motherfucking black HBCUs and they want to party. They want to step down with the motherfucking Q dogs and they ain't paying attention in school. So they got to go to some classes, or maybe they want to pick up some classes. You know, normally the Pell Grant is not used for the summer classes. It's normally used for the year classes. He done made it so that your kid, a color kid, he did this for black HBCUs. He didn't do it for nobody else. He made it so that they could take their motherfucking asses to class in the motherfucking summertime and it be paid for through Pell Grants. So I got grants all fucking year round. You know what I'm saying? It says President Trump called on Congress to pass school of choice legislation to expand educational opportunities for all American children, which is great, especially those in our nations, in our inner cities. Who the fuck is in the inner cities? Now, President Trump has said it himself. I do things in America that might be great for colored folks, but I do it for all folks. That's great for Americans. I do things that they don't like, but I do things that they like that benefit. It might benefit these people, but it's going to benefit every fucking body. And I think that's the game. It needs to benefit everybody, but inner cities is where we are. We're in the inner cities. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of locked in. We need to get the fuck out, but we're in those inner cities. President Trump FY 2020 budget called for $5 million in federal funding for school of choice. And in 2018, he signed the legislation increasing school of choice funding by $42 million. Now, this is big for inner cities because we are all going to school by our district and always have been about that. So like if I live around here, I gotta send my kid to a school around here. And that's kind of fucked up when you don't want that for your kids, so you paying all this extra money. No. We gon' pay. If you can get your kid over there, they can fucking go to school of choice, whatever fucking school they want to. And he did say that they was going to erase that and use it for the immigrants. I'm here to tell you that these immigrants been going to school outside their district. A lot of them are going to school. You know what I'm saying? The Trump administration proposed the Educational Freedom Scholarship and Opportunity Act. I want you to really look into that. That's a big deal for color folks. That's a big deal for us. It's a big deal for America, but it's a big fuck. These are big blows for the color community. Now, I want you to look into this because the First Step Act, I'm going to break it down because it hasn't been broken down. A lot of motherfuckers just say, oh, he signed the First Step Act and he freed offenders. That's not all what that's about. That's not all what that's about. I want to show you every step of the way what he did for your felon ass that has been going to jail under the Kamala Harris's, going to jail under the Democratic Party, being fed to the jail systems. And I want you to know why he's become an enemy, because he's trying to give us that freedom. And money runs everything. The sun is the reason everything lives. But in this society, money runs everything. So we're dealing with two wings of the same bird, and the bird is money. Understand? Our people are being shut out of the money and being mistreated and not being able to get economical growth. This is the first fucking president that decided amongst himself to give us economical growth. And this isn't a guy that I see that's being so fucking racist throughout these bills and acts that he has passed. It's crazy that I'll call him racist. I just don't understand. Now, if he was a racist, you jail motherfuckers wouldn't be getting a goddamn thing. Special, oh, niggas in jail? You ain't getting shit. Is you crazy? But no, I'm going to take it upon myself to be fair, right? We all know that we live in the hood and we all got cousins and brothers. It's a thing not to get caught with a felony, not to get caught by these motherfucking police because they put that felony on your back. It's going to fuck you up. You can't go to work. You go to work, you got the lowest paying job. I got motherfuckers that's working at Chipotle sitting up here 35 years old with 3 kids. You're not going to make it. Your girl's going to leave you. She going to get the fucking somebody else. You ain't got no money. She going to leave you. You ain't got no family. This is the part of breaking up colored families. Now you back in the streets. Now you doing this and you caught again, which is feeding the jail system, which is getting funding and getting them greasy ass Democrats and Republicans or whoever else is against this type of shit paid. So now we want to go into this. We want to say 90% of those who have had their sentence reduced are blacks by the First Step Act. And we all know what they mean by blacks, even though we don't fucking like it. We didn't ask to be called black. We don't fucking like it. I'm not getting into that right now. I just want to make that be known. But 90%, and we know that we're goddamn 90% of the jails. The jails have been eating our asses up since jail was made. Goddamn it, they made it for us. We go to jail more than any motherfucking body in the motherfucking America. Nigga, we is the jail system. Everybody done been to jail in my family, including me. You know what I'm saying? I was just blessed enough to beat cases. A lot of people weren't blessed to beat cases, and this was for them. So with the First Step Act, 90% of those who have had their sentence reduced were us. Sentence reduced. Non-violent, sitting there going to jail for conspiracy, sitting there going to jail for orchestration of drugs and all this. And you want to change your life. You didn't got in there, you didn't thought about it. You like, man, damn, I would do the right thing if I get out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do the right motherfucking thing, man. But just get me the fuck up out of here. 20 years is a little too much for some motherfucking 4 pounds of marijuana. That shit's too much. Come on now. That's too much. Trump like, you know what? Let's go and sign the First Step Act. Let's get everybody nonviolent offenders free, first of all. I'm going to get into that. But let's reduce their sentences. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people is coming home. Marvell, shout out Marvell, which was a BD leader, which was a very activist as well in the communities and owned a lot of things in the communities before shit started getting real bad. But Marvell got to change his mind. He got to do right. And people got to do right now. They about to get out. So what are we doing on top of that? So they won't continue to run the streets and ravage the streets after they get out, because we know they can't afford this, that, and the other. So they'll be right back in jail. So Trump like, no, look, First Step Act shortens mandatory minimum sentence for nonviolent drug cases, crimes. So they getting out because of that. Again, it's shortened their sentence and let most of these motherfuckers that have been locked up for, I'm talking about weed is legal now. Motherfuckers been locked up for pounds of weed since the 80s. Since the 80s, locked up, cocaine, locked up. I'm just saying, the people want to change their life. That's what jail is about, rehabilitation. Who's to say you don't deserve another chance? Who's to say you don't deserve another chance? They did. They said you didn't deserve shit. Trump like, no, I'm in office now. It's 2024. Motherfuckers been sitting in that since the 80s, man. Let the motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? It's the law will allow offenders sentenced under a racially motivated mandatory minimum to petition reevaluation. So we sit up under these racially motivated, everybody see these, racially motivated crimes. Let's talk about Kamala Harris. Let's talk about the 5 people that she has had locked up in racially motivated crimes, because we think that Kamala Harris is us. But when we look at George Gage, if you want to see George Gage, old enough to be a grandfather, he's out here under a racially motivated crime. He's in San Quentin. It was done by Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, his name is George Gage, a 77-year-old former electrician with no prior criminal records, is sitting in San Quentin State Prison. This is Kamala Harris put him there. Sitting in San Quentin State Prison in California, serving 70 fucking year sentence for sexual abuse crimes, even though his trial judge concluded the evidence against him was unreliable. Look at this motherfucker, this motherfucker here, Kamala Harris. She's a fucking snake. Here's another guy, sentenced to 20 years, wrongfully convicted. This is he saying that she's a fucking opportunist. This is what our people is saying about Kamala Harris and have dealt. Shout out to True Love. He was an actor, got sentenced to jail under false precincts, and she sat there and them police accused him of shit, and he went to jail. He ended up suing. He's out. He sued for like $52 million. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't that lucky that Kamala Harris has put behind bars. But Trump came along with the First Step Act, and he said, yeah, some of that shit need to be reevaluated. And he wanted to put, I think it was the DOJ, he wanted to put in contact with after he become president into looking at all of these cases and starting to erase some of this shit that was racially motivated. If they seemed that they racially motivated or they wrongfully convicted, Trump wanted to erase this shit for you. He wanted to get you the fuck out of jail. We really got to know what we dealing with. This is a step up for us. This is putting economical growth back in. But we're not done with the First Step Act, because I got 2 bulletins left. And this is the important one, right? We got President Trump launched a Ready to Work, which helps release prisoners gain meaningful employment. That's one that I wish Trump was here so I can think of my motherfucking self. I want to put both my hands up right now because I want to do that right there. You know what that mean? Anybody know what that mean? Anybody? That mean all of these felons that got to go work at Chipotle, got to go work at the meat packers and the grocery stores that isn't paying enough. Felons should be back to work and in society. They should have city jobs. They should be working for the fucking the railroads. They should be working wherever the fuck it is that they want to work at. Long as in these cases, of course, if they pedophiles, they can't work around kids. It's certain things, but restrictions still. But Ready to Work says, hey, put these motherfuckers back to work. If that motherfucker had a nonviolent case, he sat out here, he did some shit, get him out of jail. Now, as he get out of jail, let's make sure he never returns to fucking jail. Let's give him a job, goddamn, swinging the hammer, all this construction going on. Let the man be able to build houses. Let the man be able to, this is what the fuck we're on. This is the time that Trump is on. You understand what I'm saying? And this is real fucking shit. So President Trump has proposed the Second Step Act to partner with corporations in America to create opportunities for former prisoners to rejoin society. This is all governing the First Step Act. Y'all all, oh, he just freed prisoners. No, we need to get down into it. We need to get down into what was fucking done. That was fucking done. He wants you to be able to rejoin society and work jobs. So they getting with corporations that are going to hire felons. Comcast and all these people around here got this work and this good ass money, and they not letting you get there because you a felon, but they sitting up here letting these motherfucking immigrants work, no matter what they was in their country. That is not fair. Now, this is what the Democrats is against. When we look this shit up, the Democrats is against this. They is against us. They're against us being prosperous and having economical growth. That's crazy. Black under his Black Americans are seeing levels of economic success with record low unemployment rates and more jobs and higher incomes since Trump. Like if haven't nobody known federal taxes went down under Trump? Wasn't that much paid in federal taxes. Over 1 million more Black Americans have found a job between President Trump's election to February 2020. Black poverty reached a historical low in 2019. I'm talking about this all under President Trump. This is back fucked up now. So if you look up the Black HBCUs, they funding is down damn near to $2 million under Biden. News Weekly covered it. I just read it yesterday. I can show it now. It's no problem. You know what I'm saying? President Trump designated 8,760 opportunity zones. Y'all already know about these zones. The Democrats created these zones. You know what I'm saying? That are projected to spur over $100 billion in private investments and minority communities. That's us. That's us. But now they put the immigrants there. This is why they putting the immigrants in the minority communities in Chicago, because they're taking advantage of the money that Trump gave out. This is fucked up, and Trump said that would happen. This is what Trump said, that this shit was gonna happen. They're gonna put these motherfuckers over here with us. They're gonna give them school of choice. They're gonna give them funding to go to school. They're gonna give them all our shit. All our shit. This was said. You know what I'm saying? It said the Trump administration established a fund to deploy $1 billion in capital funding for the majority owned. Damn, I'm steady fucking that up. Sorry about that. The Trump administration established a fund to deploy $1 billion in capital funding for minority-owned businesses through the Commerce Department. Now, come on now. Come on now. My business was doing great while Trump was in office. I was doing fucking great. I didn't have an issue. So I guess some of that funding or some of that freedom, I can say the freedom, because I didn't use any money from anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I was allowed to be working the same gig that I've been working a long time ago up until now to start me a company. They want to cut me off so bad, people. They are really like, they are really trying to cut me off. No, I don't use no Dunkin' Donuts Wi-Fi, my boy. I got 2 phones right here. Big dog, 2 iPhones. 2 iPhones, I'm on one. You know what I'm saying? So I don't lose no Wi-Fi. The only reason I pulled over was to basically, I'm next to the highway. And I wanted to pull over because now I'm getting on the highway and I wanted to explain that to the people. Now, big dog, I got phone bills, AT&T. I'm talking T-Mobile and shit. Yeah, big folk. I got 4-5 phones on my line, big dog. Get your money together. We got F-150s over here. We really doing big things. We ain't no young motherfuckers over here doing nothing young. I'm a real hard-working brother. Get your shit right. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit right. Get your mind right. And stop trying to motherfucking think you know what you're talking about, because you don't. But the things that Trump has done to put our people into play is ridiculous, man. And we need to take care of him like he taking care of us, and make sure he get into office, because this was going on at the time where he first got in office. He made sure these things happen for us. And when he comes up there, and I got 2 more things that he have signed and put into play for us, and I got bulletins of what happened, so we can go through that, no problem. But at the same time, I'm get home, it's getting late, and I'm out here in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be sitting on the side just talking. It's a dangerous ass city. But at the same time, man, just putting out what he has done. When he say I historically done the most for quote unquote black folks, and I love to use the quote unquote, I've done the most for them than any president. He means that shit. He's not just saying it. I know that the TV comes on. We got Democratic news in Chicago that likes to come on, and every time they come on, they always talking about, this is the Trump didn't do shit. Trump lying, he lying. So every time they come on the news, they say, oh, Trump falsified this, Trump falsified that. Trump didn't falsify shit going on and what he did for us. And that's the only thing we should worry about. I don't give a fuck if he falsified about Kamala Harris all motherfucking day. I know what's true about Kamala Harris. I know what's not falsified Kamala Harris. I know Kamala Harris falsified about being a colored man. I know a colored woman. She falsified her daddy being a colored person as well. Her daddy is a Jamaican, not a Jamaican citizen. But he's Indian, just like the mother is Indian, just like Nipsey Hussle is Indian, and they play like they black folk, or they get raised down with quote unquote black folk, and then they start playing like they us, like they have our identity. And that's a fucking problem, because these people are not us, and they don't have the same interests in mind for us, and they really want to help their people back there. So, you know, whether it's a white guy, whether it's a colored guy, we need to be chosen first. And I just think, you know, all of my years of being alive, you know what I'm saying, 37 years old, 37 years, then seeing a few elections, and no one has ever came out to talk to us. You know what I'm saying? No